All right, so John, an industry that is supportive of President Trump's sweeping tariffs is the American cattle ranchers. Our next guest says they will lead to a cutback of imported beef, boosting the value of their livestock. Let's bring in Steve Lucie, a fifth-generation cattle rancher based out of my home state of Illinois. And sir, welcome to you. We're trying to tell the story from every angle possible. And what is yours?
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much for having me on. My side of the story is this: remain calm. We've been through so many ups and downs in our country, and especially in my industry. And as we see farmers and ranchers, every day we deal with commodity price fluctuation. So this doesn't bother us to have some fluctuation in markets right now. We know there's going to be a little bit of pain, and we need to deal with that. I don't think any of us know what's going to happen with these tariffs, but what we do know for a fact is that the American beef industry has been on the short end for a long time.
You know, Steve, that is really interesting. And we have had a reporter on the scene telling us about the beef imports. Many of us maybe didn't realize that Australia has sold $29 billion worth of beef into the United States, and we haven't been able to sell $1 of our beef to them. Senator Barrasso pointed that out on our airwaves this morning. Listen.
Australia has sold $29 billion worth of beef in the United States, and we haven't been able to sell one hamburger in Australia because of barriers. They showed Thailand 30% tariffs on beef coming from the United States. Vietnam 50%. You look at these numbers, and the ranchers of Wyoming are saying, "Thank you, Mr. President. It is about time."
So as we watch the uncertainty play out in the stock market and other markets as well, obviously you mentioned the commodity market fluctuations is what you're watching. How confident are you that this will result in better business for you and other ranchers?
Well, I'm very confident. And the reason I'm confident is because I know the American people and people like myself. And what we do is we're going to go out and do our job every day, no matter what happens on the TV or with the news and everything else. Every single farmer in this country, for one farmer, we feed 169 people. So that goes out all across this country and the world, and that's pretty efficient. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and the market's going to adjust itself. We're going to have the highest quality beef in the world, which we do have. So if we have fair trade, that will eventually come back to us because people are going to want our product because we know what we're doing. I haven't been here. My family's been here, like I said, like you said, for 5 generations. That doesn't just happen unless you're doing something right. And all across this country, we see the same thing from ranchers. So I think we just need to settle down and let it play out. I get a kick out of the markets today. It kind of reminds me of my horse, Cash. Whenever I get done with a ride, you know, take his saddle off, he runs off and he's going to roll around in the dirt and everything else and get away from me. But then as soon as he gets done with that, if you hold out a bucket of oats or something, he's running right back and getting right back there. So I think these markets are going to do the same thing. We saw it today with just one little rumor. What happened to the stock market jumped right back up, and now it's really kind of hanging in there now, it looks like.
Yeah, so that was a reference to that what the White House said was fake news, that they were open to this 90-day pause that was suggested, and the White House quickly cleaned that up as that was never said by one of its White House officials, and then the sell-off happened again. But here we are, Dow's down at 189 points, but those are market fluctuations. So to put this up on the screen, these are top U.S. beef exports. Missing from that list is the United States. And we know we've got good beef here. You are making some of it. And right now, those go to South Korea, Japan, China, Mexico, and Canada, the top spots. I know you're hoping that the U.S. becomes one. I want to finish off with this because, as I said, we're telling this story from all angles. This is a shrimper that we had on the program out of South Carolina on Friday. Listen.
We've been suffering for a long, long time, and these tariffs, we believe, are going to give us some immediate relief. And also it's bringing, attention to our industry who is dying. We've outsourced our whole industry 94% of the shrimp consumed in the United States is imported. I think this short-term pain is worth it in the end if we can save our industry.
Love getting all your voices in here. So if I could just finish with this. We just had some economists on a few minutes ago who were saying that they wish that these were more targeted tariffs rather than the broad sweeping tariffs that we're seeing. Is there any change to the White House approach that you've seen to these, or are you all in on what is happening?
So I think at this point, we should all be all in on what's happening. I mean, we had 4 years of a lot of mischief and sluggish economy and everything else, and a lot of fake money. So we have to deal with a little bit of pain to have some gain, right? And I think we're going to have to just do that. I think, you know, this shrimper guy was interesting to me. I loved hearing that because our industry is the same. We have the lowest beef herd that we've had since 1950. And that is because so many people have gotten out of the industry over the years. And if we would have had this fair trade and our marketing would have been better when we could have exported more of our beef, I don't think we would have lost all these farmers and ranchers. And that's going to take some time to rebuild.
Yeah, offering us some incredible perspective. And we thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.